Um, Hello, people. How are we doing today? Sorry for the late kind of post. I've been kind of busy today. Um, so today is about love and blindness. Now you may think that my energy's kind of altered a bit, like I sound a bit not frustrated. I did record this video, but I was downstairs because I had to wait for a bit. But the audio didn't sound good, and it just didn't make me sound okay. Like I had a bit of a weird voice. Don't know why, but we're here now, and so I'm ready to do this video again. Um, so let's get started. Why not? So now me personally, I haven't really properly experienced the love the way other people have, but I've seen it within other people, talked about it with other people, and so I kind of can gain that sort of gathering of how it's built up and how it can be bad and good. So now love can be, beauty and peace, but it also can be quite chaotic, and it can affect your emotions deeply. I've seen it when it damages people's emotions, and that's even sad to see. Because it does really change people. Because you can really focus on if it's someone's looks, if it's someone's personality, it doesn't matter. Anything in a person could make another person fall for them terribly. That's not bad if you do. If you do, then you know, I'm sorry. But love is different in people. You will see it in all walks of life. It can be the way they behave to you or others. If you expect someone to love you in a certain way and they don't be so thinking, oh, they don't love me. No, they probably do, but they just show it in a different way to what you would expect from them. Stop expecting a lot from different people. That's what I'd say. Um, Loving a partner and dealing with life can be quite intimidating. It can be quite hard, but it's a massive test. That's what I think. I mean, if you stick together through horrid times, through the better times, I feel like you kind of, like I said, it can be beauty and peace. Hold on to the beauty and peace. Don't take it for granted. Even with people, even with basic relationships in life, for your family, your friends, there will be dark times. Cling on to the good times, because if you stick together and you cherish it, the beauty and the peace, then if you fight through the hard times with knowing of the beauty and the peace and what it can hold, I guarantee you that out of any rut that you're stuck in, any hole that you're stuck in, once you get past that, the relationship will grow stronger and the love will grow stronger. For the chaotic part, this is where it kind of gets negative. Now the reason why it's chaotic, it can turn dangerous. You kind of can grow dirty habits. You know, like I said, love can be beauty and peace, but it can be chaos. It can make you blind. It can kill off your senses, make you blind and deaf, where to the point where you focus on only them. And that's if you've gone through that and you look back and you're like, I'm an idiot. You're not an idiot. You've just wanted to feel happy. You just wanted that someone to make you feel special. You wanted that attention and you loved it. Okay, but now it's gone. And now you don't know what to do. And that's okay. Not knowing what to do in that situation is so difficult because love is one of the most, I think, like greatest feelings you can feel ever in life. You feel wanted, you feel happy, like I said. But you mustn't let the love with someone else alter a relationship with other people, like your family or your friends, because it can be a disaster. You can argue and everything, and you won't be happy if you do that. Because if that love with that individual person's gone, and you want to reconcile with your parents, your siblings, friends, basic family, you know, if they really do care, they will stay there for you, but sometimes they won't. You know, they will just get so annoyed at you and so disappointed that they probably don't want to talk to you again. And that's the point of love that you don't need to get at. You know, you just don't let love alter a relationship with others because, well, like I said, it can cause deep issues with family and friends. Now, I think, like I said, it's not the individual that makes you. It can be the individual, the personality, the looks. It can be whatever, but it can also be the fact that it makes you feel wanted. It makes you feel like you can be the best you can with that person. It makes you feel like you can't live without them. I don't know because I've never been through that from what I gathered from other people. But you never need to get like that. Okay, it's awkward because I'm not gonna say it's weird, but it's unhealthy. It's majorly unhealthy. It's obsessive, and you don't need to get to the point where you said I can't live without that person. Unless you guys are like 30 years together, and like you spent like lifetimes, decades with each other, then you can kind of say that because you're used to each other, you love each other. But the hardest part of it is loving someone and then it ends. The saddest part of most of life is acceptance. No matter how hard things are, even if it's not love, you kind of have to accept it. But love is definitely hard to get past. From what I've seen, it breaks people. It can break people. That's why you have to be careful. It's definitely like it's sad. It's sad to see. And not only that, one-sided love. If you've been in a relationship or you're going through a relationship where it's one-sided love, and you're the person who's doing that, then it is definitely one of the saddest parts of love in my, relationships in my kind of way of looking at it, observing. From, what I've seen, what I've heard, the image of them loving you so hard, like you think that they love you in like the same way that you love them. No. Okay, it's a hard topic because I have to be careful with what I say because it can come off quite offensive. You ever think of their love to you so much that it just kind of changes how you think they love you. You get what I mean? So it can change how you look at them or how they look at you. But you should always know in the relationships, sometimes you just don't know what they're thinking. And people show love in different ways, like I said. So don't love bomb. Love bombing is definitely common, and it's okay if you do that. It's a way of feeling affection, but it just makes a relationship kind of tired in like the first few weeks or months. Just depends how much you got in the tank. But it's not like that. It's not like that for everyone. I do think, like I say, this is from what I've heard from people like who I've spoken to in real life, or if it's on like people's experiences and everything, what I've seen on YouTube or something. This is not coming like from me from experience, okay? But what is coming from experience though, in my way, this is not only just for love, it's for everything. When you break up with someone, it doesn't matter if, you know, you're the one who's leaving or the one being left. It can affect you in any ways, shape or form. You will feel absolutely rotten. Depends how it ends. You you will feel rotten. Okay. There will be a point where you're just down in the dumps. You don't want to speak to anyone. You just feel absolutely sad, not at peace at all. But life is one big wound. Depending on the injury, if you keep picking at it, it will just get worse. If you keep thinking that, what if I did this? Did I do something wrong? It is definitely hard, but the more you distract yourself, the more you kind of get off the, you know, oh, it's over, and I feel really sad, and I just can't do anything about it because you know it's not in my control. But it's like a wound; it heals over time if you leave it. I think obviously depending on what happens, like I say, individually everyone's different in every relationship. You can't relate to someone, but at the end of the day, individual relationships. I'm only giving you some advice that I've seen from people and kind of the common, not mistakes, the common grounds of it. But from what I can say, the love that you want to have with someone, you know, probably will happen. I think your love can change in life. How you love now, you're gonna love different in probably a year's time, 2 years time, 3 years time. You're gonna want different things, and it's just a part of life. And your love is gonna change, and how you show that love to someone else. But that's fine. I think the best thing to do is to be careful with it. I've seen it change people. They develop dirty habits, do bad things like drinking or something like that because their partner do it and they want to stay up and like be with them, if that makes sense. I'm gonna I'm gonna hit the quote that's kind of harsh. If someone does really like you, they wouldn't want you to change. You should never grow into dirty habits just because your partner's doing it, you know? And sometimes it's people that don't even want to do it. They're just doing it because their partner's doing it. I've spoke to someone in person that has gone through something like that. They developed a habit of vaping, and then now they're kind of addicted to it. They can't live without it. It's relieving, but they said if they can go back, they would, not do it. And they broke up with that person and left them down in the dumps. To love an individual is a big test and the most complicated one I think you can go through in life. One of the actually, obviously, there's many different aspects of life. Sorry for that little bit there. I'm slurring my words up here. I'm very tired. Um, but really what love is. The love in yourself is the greatest thing a lover can do. If you love yourself, you can have that sense of love, and what it can be. And then you can love someone else whilst loving yourself and the happiness that you feel within yourself, the love that you feel within yourself, now you can put it into someone else. I feel like that's one of the greatest things you can do. It can develop the relationship. You can look clearer, like I said, calmer mind, clearer thoughts. You can be more calm in a relationship. But the thing is, you will make some mistakes along the way. Everyone does. And you have to act on those mistakes, especially in relationships. If it's really bad, then you need to change it. It just depends what you do. Like I said, individual people. This might be kind of like a video that's kind of not very structured, mainly because I've not really gone through it myself. I'm just going through other people's experiences. So sorry if this is not good. My apologies. I'm gonna have to be careful because my parents are in here as well. Love carefully with another. Love safe with another, and love yourself. Always remember, love can kill your senses, so just be careful of that. Make sure you warm to it in a special way. The aspect of love is one of the best feelings, but you just got to be careful because it can turn into something toxic. Love is beauty and can get chaos at the same time, so please be careful. And if it's bad, stop. If you develop dirty habits or if you love too much, if you're love sick, it can consume you. And trust me, when something does consume you, as someone, not love, but something did consume me in life, it doesn't lead you anywhere, but in a deep hole that is very hard to get out of, and you may not get out of it. You just have to live with it, and that's the thing with life. It's not about dealing with it sometimes, it's about living with it. It will always follow you no matter where you go. So as long as you're comfy living with it. Sorry for the cut. I had to quickly just do something. But yeah, I feel like, love yourself before you can love anyone else. Um, love carefully, love respectfully, and always like especially respecting other people's wishes. Someone who you love, you if you do truly love them, or they truly love you, they would respect with what you want to do or what they want to do. So, sorry for such a long video. Sorry if it was any like bad if it was if it was any bad structure. Big stutter there, by the way. I'm very tired. I'm really tired. I've had a busy day today, so I've had a busy few days. So I hope all you guys, sorry, all you people, are doing well. I hope you guys, like I always say, you know, drink well, eat well, sleep well. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the Buos.